Hi, this is Larry Bates. And guess what? It's fun food and reading time. And I have a fun book for you. So get seated, get comfy, and here we go. Not ever eat a tomato. Do you guys like tomatoes? I know a lot of kids that do. Okay, here is our title page. Look at that yummy tomato. Lauren Child is who did this book. So here we go, and here is this boy. It says this book is for Soren, who is crazy about tomatoes, but could never eat a baked bean with love from Lauren. So she dedicated her book to that little boy. Isn't that nice? A big bowl. All right. I have this little sister, Lola, and she is small and very funny. Sometimes I have to keep an eye on her. Sometimes Mom and Dad ask me to give Lola her dinner. This is difficult because she's such a picky eater. Cute picture, huh? All right, well, Lola won't eat carrots, of course. She says carrots are for rabbits. I say, what about peas? Lola says peas are too small and too green. One day, I played a good trick on her. She's so cute. Do you guys watch these guys on TV? Okay. Say Lola was waiting at the table and waiting for her dinner, and she said, I do not eat peas, carrots, potatoes, mushrooms, spaghetti, eggs, sausages, cauliflower, cabbage, green beans, bananas, oranges, and I am not fond of apples or rice or cheese or fish sticks. And I absolutely will never, ever eat a tomato. My sister, she hates tomatoes. And I said, well, that's lucky because we're not having any of those things. We're not going to eat any peas or carrots or potatoes or mushrooms, spaghetti, eggs, sausages, cabbage, beans, bananas, or oranges, or cauliflower. We don't have any apples or rice or cheese or fish sticks, and certainly not tomatoes. Lola's thinking about this. Lola looked at the table, and then, well, why are these carrots here, Charlie? I don't ever eat carrots. Do you guys like carrots? And I said, you think that that's a carrot? These aren't carrots. These are orange twiglets from Jupiter. They look just like carrots to me, said Lola. But how can they be carrots? I said. Carrots don't grow on Jupiter. Well, that's true, said Lola. Well, I might just try one. If they're all the way from Jupiter. Not bad, she said. And she took another bite. Then Lola saw some peas. I don't eat peas, said Lola. I said, these are not peas. Of course they're not. These are green drops from Greenland. And they are made out of green and fall from the sky. But I don't eat green things, said Lola. Oh, goody, I said. I don't have to share the green drops. They are so incredibly rare. Well, maybe I'll nibble on just one or two. Oh, said Lola. Wow, wait a minute. These are quite tasty. Next, Lola saw the potato. I am never going to eat that potato, so don't you even try. Not even mashed. I love potatoes. Oh, this isn't mashed potatoes. People often think that, but no, this is a cloud of fluff from the pointiest peak of Mount Fuji. Oh, said Lola. In that case, a large helping for me. I love to eat clouds. Charlie, Lola said, these look like fish sticks to me. I would never eat a fish stick. I knew that. These are not fish sticks. These are ocean niblets from the supermarket under the sea. Mermaids eat them all the time. Oh, I went to the supermarket one time with Mom. Yes, I know the ones. I think I have had them before. Lola said, gobbling. Are there any more? And then she said, Charlie, will you pass me one of those? And I said, what? One of those? And Lola said, yes, Charlie, one of those. And I couldn't believe my eyes because guess what? She was pointing at the tomatoes. And I said, are you sure? Really? One of these? Cute picture. And she said, yes, of course. Those are moon squirters, and they are my favorite. You didn't think they were tomatoes, did you, Charlie? Cute story, huh, guys? Just love that story, don't you?
Well, that story was a fun way to get started today. We're going to be talking about protein. And protein is in the purple section of my plate right here. And we need 5 ounces every single day. And we'll go through that here in a second. But let's go through our recipe. We're going to do a layered dip. And it has so much flavor and yumminess. And it's got crunch. And it's got just all kinds of different layers. So let's get started, shall we? And I am Laurie Bates from Create Better Health. And we are teaching fun, food, and reading just for you. Here we go. All right. First of all, I'm going to get my yogurt going. Instead of sour cream, we're using yogurt, Greek yogurt. You could also use cottage cheese, and that would work out too. Put that in our bowl. Now, you don't have to put the seasoning in your yogurt, but I like to. You could put half in your yogurt and half in your beans, and that would be quite tasty. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. All right, so I'm going to use half of this for our Greek yogurt. And I'm doing this first so that it can rest and all those flavors can get themselves all combined with the Greek yogurt, okay? And Greek yogurt has a tangy flavor, just like sour cream. The only difference is it's healthier for you. It's got more nutrients and vitamins in it than sour cream does. But sour cream can be used sometimes. It's a sometime food. All right. So we're going to let that sit. We got that in our bowl. So half of the package went in there. And then let's get our beans. And I have some refried beans. And they're a pinto bean, but they're already mixed and combined to a paste. All I did was I used this can opener, and there's a blade right here, so be real careful because it's sharp. And then I put it on the inside edge of the can, and then you'll see this is open, right? So now we're going to shut it really tight, hold it, and then we're going to turn the wheel around and it will cut the lid off for us. Rinse these tops off so that we don't get dust and whatever's on them into our food. Careful with that top. It's best to put it in your can, so put it on the side of your sink or whatever first, and then we'll put it inside the can so whoever's taking the trash out doesn't get cut. Alright, so I'm going to use this pan, or this dish, and I'm just going to put these beans in here. I'm just going to do it cold, because they've already been cooked. And then we're going to put the rest of our taco seasoning in here. That way we have seasoning in all parts of our dip, okay? Just mix this in with your spatula or your spoon, whichever one you have. I just had a spatula, so it's kind of convenient for me. Okay, just get it really mixed up good. And this is our first layer. So number 1, we're going to count, right? And usually you'll see they do 7 layers, but you don't have to. You can just do a couple layers and it will be good. All right, so then we're going to smooth this out to make our layer the best we can. I hope you're doing good. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Just kind of smooth it out. Then we're going to, we're going to put a little salsa. I have some like this, or it could come in a jar. And I'm not going to use the whole thing. Maybe just a little couple of scoops. Just enough to spread the whole layer. Okay. And then we could put some more on top too if you wanted. Ooh. Yummy. And this is just a mild salsa, but you guys can do what you want. If you like things that are hot, then be my guest. Okay, and I didn't buy avocados this time around, but I do have these little avocado containers. And if there's only 1 or 2 of you in your home, these are perfect because they don't go bad as fast. And we're just going to spread that in there. But if you have an avocado at home, just go ahead and get that cut up and then mash it with a fork and away you go. I think I'll use another one. But I found that buying it this way, I waste less avocado because it seems like I forget they're there and then they go bad. And then I don't get them in my smoothie soon enough. Sometimes you can get them into a smoothie and still be okay. But it doesn't always work. So this way has worked for me. So whatever works for you. Okay, so then we're going to do not the sour cream. It usually is sour cream, but our Greek yogurt. Just get that on top. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is layer 4. Okay. Scrape that right up. Spread it in. And this is looking really pretty. Okay. Then we have some cheese. that'll be 5. I'm just going to spread it all over the top. Ooh, that looks great, huh? So I'd say about a cup of cheese, or whatever you have. Okay. Then we're going to put some green spring onions. And remember to store them in the foil like this so that they stay longer. I'm going to use my scissors, and if you don't know how to use scissors, you can use a table knife, or you can have your mom and dad or your older brother and sister help you. And then you're just going to put these all over, including some of that green part. It's more of a chive when you use that green part, but I like how it looks. Okay, and you could put more on there if you wanted, or not. This is the fun thing about this layered dip, is you can do it however you want, and I love it because it's that way. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to put some spinach, or if you have lettuce, on here, and if you want to put more, you can. Okay, and then you could do olives, or you could do a little bit more salsa on top if you wanted, which I think I will do, just to get some pretty color. Just sprinkle it so it's nice and pretty. The nice thing about salsa, a lot of nice things about salsa, but it has all kinds of onions and peppers and juice. Just yummy. Okay. And guess what? We have got our 7-layer dip. Then what you do is you take a spoon. Okay, make sure that you clean up. Take a washcloth and clean your area up. We don't want anything to be a mess, so Mom and Dad doesn't let us cook. Or grandmas and grandpas, or wherever you are. Okay. Then we're going to get our fun Easter plate, because it's becoming Easter. And this would be a really good dish for Easter, when everybody's waiting for dinner, or if they're all watching TV at night. Yum, right? So we're going to do a little scoop of that, and then I made some chips to go with it, to dip on it. And there you go. You've got a nice snack that the very low portions, you don't have a huge amount of portion there, so it's not going to be too fattening or too filling. It will be a little filling, but not too much. And it's high in protein, because the beans have protein, the yogurt has protein, the cheese have protein, and so voila. And then salsa has lots of vitamins and minerals. So do the onions, and it's easy. So you don't need to have too much help from your mom and dad or your brothers and sisters, but you can have some in case something gets a little hard, right? Okay, so let's go over protein really quick. Protein helps our body, and it's like a building block like this. What happens is we have muscles in all of our body that makes the bones connect, and they also help us move. But protein goes in and helps us in the connecting of our tissues. So just like a block, all layered up and all connected and strong. So that helps with that. It also helps with just our whole body in general, and it gives us energy, and it helps us feel good. And when you're eating protein, you're going to need to have about the size of a deck of cards. So this chicken is about the right size. And that's 3 ounces. And then you would need 2 more ounces to fill the My Plate recommendations. So you could have a slice of cheese, that would be 1 serving. Or you could have a snack with a hard-boiled egg, because we're doing that now, right? Or a small patty might be 2 ounces. So we can also do beef or combination, like what we made here. This is a combination type of dish. This is where we have more than 1 plate item. So instead of just having chicken, we have chicken and lettuce and tomatoes and a shell and cheese. Okay, so we've got lots of different food groups. All right, that's what protein is all about. Also, I wanted to talk to you about exercising, just to remind you to do it. I'm sure you are, though. Most of the children are so active, and they're such good examples for us adults, and I thank you. So thanks for including us adults in your exercise and helping us to dance and walk and help you to play. That's really a good idea. So make sure you get out there with those hopscotch and jump ropes. Your moms and dads know how to do those. And just keep busy. Get on your bike and your skateboard, and then do the sports and whatnot that you love. Okay, thank you for watching. This is Laurie Bates, from my home to yours.